So then I started watching this creator called Jason Capital. I will never forget this line that he says is a good line to use to get a girl's attention, to spark some interest. So he was like, subscribe! What's good, guys? So I decided to step out the house for this video. All right, so growing up, I was never the most charismatic.
Listen to my new banger.
Hey, but I was making them beats though, you know what I'm saying? Never had great results with girls at all, man. So I had to put a stop to that, man. And I'm making this video to share with you guys what I did to learn how to talk to women, to get more women in my life. So let's go ahead and talk about it, man. All right, y'all, get buckled up. I'm taking you on a ride. So for those of you guys that do not know, I'm actually from Jamaica. I moved here when I was 12. And when I moved here, it was such a culture shock that I was so shy and so reserved. And growing up, man, I always wanted girls in my life. What young boy doesn't want to smash some girls, you know what I'm saying? So I would always sit in school and see these other guys get girls and couples walking around the campus and everything. I'm like, damn, bro, why can't I have that? Why can't I have that? And it's not to say that I didn't get any attention from girls at all in school, like middle school and high school. I did get some attention. Some girls thought I was attractive. Fortunately, that happened, because if that didn't happen, I probably would have turned into a school shooter. I'm the type of person that if I see a problem, I will stop at nothing to find a solution. So my problem was, I ain't getting no bitches. So what did I do now? I went ahead and literally Googled how to talk to girls, how to not be nervous when talking to girls, how to be more confident when talking to girls. I would literally Google those exact same phrases, and I would go on YouTube and watch a bunch of videos on how to talk to girls, watch a bunch of videos on body language. In my days of researching these videos, I would pick up a few tricks and tips, a few lines. I would look up like what's the best line to use, what's the best line to say that will make the girl more interested, or how to start a conversation. Because one of my main issues with talking to girls is finding the right things to say and keeping the conversation going. I dived into my research, man, and the thing that set me apart from a lot of guys that watch content like that is that I actually went out in the field and tried to practice this shit, y'all. Sorry for interrupting your conversation.
What's up?
But I just want to ask, do you guys believe in love at first sight, or should I like come back another time?
Love at first sight?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Other than being so attractive, like what do you do for a living?
Thanks. I'm a full-time student.
So I just wanted to ask, do you believe in love at first sight?
Sure.
Oh, I was gonna say if I should come back around if you don't believe in love at first sight, but you do, so I don't have to like come back around. What's your name, by the way?
Grace.
Grace. I'm Javon. Nice to meet you, Grace. Honestly, I just came over here to hopefully make your day a little bit better. You know, how's your day been so far?
It's been pretty good.
I will never forget my first time attempting something or attempting to talk to a girl in public. I remember watching this video from Simple Pickup. For those of you guys that know Simple Pickup, it's an OG channel, man. It's no longer around. So I watched a couple of videos on them talking to girls, and I would watch their advice videos. So then I went to the mall and talked to a worker. And I went up to her. My heart was beating fast as fuck. I felt so anxious and nervous. And I was like, hey, how you doing? I thought you was cute, and I had to come over and talk to you. And she's like, oh, thank you. And I was like, what's your name? She said, my name is so-and-so. I forgot her name. This was a while ago. This is when I was like 15 and 16, something like that. I told her my name, and then I asked for her number. And then she said, oh, I'm sorry, I actually have a boyfriend. And then that was it. She told me she had a boyfriend, and I walked away. But when I walked away, though, I didn't care that I got rejected. I just felt good that I actually tried that shit. I was legit proud of myself for going up to her regardless of how I felt, because I was feeling anxious as fuck. And I did it. So I was proud of myself, man. And that's when I realized that I can do this shit. I can do this shit. So then I started watching this creator called Jason Capital. As of now, he currently makes like business orientated videos, but back then he was a dating coach. He made dating videos. So I watched a few of his videos. Actually, I binge his videos, man. And I will never forget this line that he says is a good line to use to get a girl's attention or to spark some interest. The line that he said in the video was, you go up to the girl, right? This has to be in like a party setting where the girl will still be around and you're on a bunch of people. just a party segment. This is not like a random meetup in public. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you go to the girl, talk to her for a little bit, you know what I'm saying, get acquainted, and then tell her that she's different. And then when you tell her that she's different, you look her in the eyes and tell her this. And then you say, oh shit, my boy needs me over there. I gotta go, I'll be right back. So when you tell her that she's different, you leave. You find a reason to leave and tell her you'll be back. So after you leave, for a few minutes, you go back to her. When you come back to her, she'll wanna know, so why am I different? Like, why do you think I'm different? So I went to a house party and I tried this. I still remember the girl I tried it on too. It was this redhead girl that went to my high school. So I went up to her and said, hey, I've seen you around campus. Like, I never actually got your name. What's your name? She told me her name. I said my name back. I think I said a few more things, and then I'm like, you know what, you seem different. I was like, you seem different. And me knowing damn well that there's nothing special or different about this girl, I was just using the line, bro. You seem different, you know what I'm saying? She was like, so how am I different? I'm like, hold up, thought. I forgot I had to do something, my boy, real quick. I'll be right back, all right? And then she's like, all right, bet. So I went out and actually went out and talked to some my other like guys and people I know. And the funny thing was that she saw me after a few minutes and came to me and asked me, so you're not gonna tell me why am I different? And I was like, oh shit, this shit actually works. Oh shit, oh yeah. We go somewhere with this bumble clock. We have bumble clock go somewhere with this. We was in the house, right? And I told her like, all right, come outside and I'll tell you. And then she followed me outside the house party. So it was just me and her, bro. That's the first time I ever did that with the girl. Like, tell her to come outside and chill with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was a good feeling. So we went outside. And then, keep in mind, guys, I didn't have a reason why this girl was different. I don't know what the fuck to say. So I'm like, you know what? I can't really put my finger around it. It's just something different about you. Just your vibe. I said something around those lines. I probably didn't say that smooth, but I said something around those lines because I couldn't come up with shit. You know, I was actually pretty brave back then for doing this. I tried to go closer to her and try to, like, you know, make out with her and shit. And she was like, oh, you think I'm really that easy? I'm like, oh, fuck. What do I do now? So keep in mind, guys, I didn't know what the fuck to do. So I'm like, oh, no, you're not easy. And then I think she ended up walking away or leaving or something. And then I went off and just kept talking to people and enjoying the party. But that experience from using that line, I was like, oh shit, this shit actually works. It can work. That line can actually work, bro. So that's one thing I want to say to you. If you have problems talking to girls and you're watching and consuming a bunch of content on talking to girls and picking up women, and you're not actually out there practicing this shit and experiencing this shit for yourself, then you might as well just not watch that content then, bro. This content is for you to go out there and practice this shit and develop your form of game, your type of game. You know what I'm saying? The game that fits your personality. It's good to have these standard lines in your mind, but then you develop on them. You work on them and make them your own. All right, so let's fast forward to college, man. So I was at this next house party. Keep in mind, guys, I've been getting a little more experience, been talking to more girls, you know what I'm saying? Rejection after rejection, had some wins, get rejected again, had another win. This night right here in college, that's the night I decided that, damn, nigga, you got some game. You know what I'm saying? Listen, y'all, listen. So it was at this house party, actually this apartment party, because I'm in Orlando. I went to Full Sail University. They don't have student dorms, so all students have to get an apartment. So we would all have parties in our apartments and shit. So I was in this apartment, you know, vibing, having fun. And actually, that night I actually hooked up with 2 girls. All right, so we ain't gotta get into all that. But yeah, I saw this other girl, this redhead. She wasn't actually a redhead. She just dyed her hair in like a reddish highlights. But she was cute though, you know what I'm saying? I still got her Instagram too. But I ain't gonna show y'all that though. So I actually went over there and talked to her, bro. When I said everything went perfectly, bro, everything went so perfectly. I was in flow, bro. And I think I was in a flow state because I had a win earlier too with a different girl in the bathroom. Perfect. At that point, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I already got a win. So I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? I'm flowing, I'm vibing, I'm feeling good. So I went up to her, I introduced myself, and then she told me her name was Summer, and I said, oh, is your best friend Winter? That shit sounded corny as hell, but she started laughing at it, and it's like, oh shit, no, my best friend's not Winter. And then somewhere along the lines, we started having a conversation about kids and what we would name her kids. So I was like building a scenario with us having kids and us being together and shit like that. And I was like, we should name our kids Javon Jr. or we should name our daughter Autumn Winter or some shit like that. And we were just building this imaginary world. And then other guys would come and try to like talk to her. When those guys came up to talk to her, I put my hand around her, and in a playful manner, I was like, you know, me and her about to have some kids, you know what I'm saying? Javon Jr. or Summer talking about the kids and shit. And she actually went along with it, y'all. She went along with the idea of having kids in front of these guys, and then the guys would just walk away. So it's like, we was unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? We was unstoppable. I said and did the right things in that very moment. And then it just naturally ended up in a kiss. It just naturally ended up with me kissing her. So we just looked at each other, slow motion, you know what I'm saying? Went in there and we just kissed and made out. And that's all I got, but that's when I realized, like, wow, I literally just had one of my best experience with game and talking to a girl ever, bro. From start to finish. And she said I was her first black guy. You know what I'm saying? That's when I realized, like, bro, you got some game, my nigga. You got some game, man. So, guys, one thing I realized is that talking to girls should be natural. It should be natural. Just nowadays, with social media, we're in our houses more. We're all socially fucking awkward. So just get out there and just talk to people. Talk to anybody. You guys actually have to go out there and be social, man. And once you're social, you find out more about yourself. You'll be less socially awkward, and you get more results with women. You actually got to go out there and practice, man. Take the rejections, see what you can improve on, move on from there, man. So I just want to make this video for you guys that DM me and tell me that, oh, I actually have trouble talking to women, and you know, I get nervous and this and that. It's all up to you, man. You have to go out there and actually practice, actually do this shit, man. That will put you in the top 5%, because a lot of guys aren't going out and talking to women. So that just puts you over even more, man. You're working on your skin, you know what I'm saying, maxing out your looks, and on top of that, you're working on your charisma, you're working on your social skills. You'll be dangerous, man. You're gonna be dangerous, guys. You're gonna be dangerous, all right? So go out there, get some practice in, man. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.